efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Oh, look at the juke. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tavon Austin. 88 yards, and the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now it's Taylor. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Taylor. Broken tackle there for Nelson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Manuel. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bruce Irvin able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Manuel. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a handoff working right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Eddie Goldman getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll drop the throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Manuel now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Parkey's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. On second down, here's Taylor. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Taylor on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38. Derek Johnson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be in. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Powers ahead at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Taylor. Caught right side. Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Taylor looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Manuel. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks. Here's Manuel. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw here. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best covered guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs.
knocked it free, made a big play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
They'll set up a throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy. 3.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Dante Hightower on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Back to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a desperation throw deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And the Oakland Raiders are on top of the football world. They will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.